Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Rob Ferretti here, and tonight we're going to talk about some recent events. A bunch of people have emailed me about Sam Crack's, and I'm saying it right, Jimbo? Just give me a thumbs up on that so I don't have to redo this. Anyway, he's having legal trouble with Domino's right now, and a bunch of people are like, oh, rallying behind him, let's go get the big corporate. Guys, let's be fair here. We're YouTubers. I get it. I get the power of YouTube to help put a corporation in check if they are doing something incorrect. Rob Dom's UPS fiasco, my US Postal Service fiasco, and I'm not just saying shipping companies, but there are situations where the power of a platform is amazing, and it's amazing. It gets things done. You can tweet to somebody and all of a sudden things get repaired. That's great, and it's great about social media, but we can also be wrong. And that's sort of the point of this, in that everyone's trying to say big companies screw you. Sam, I apologize 100% if, and this is not, again, this is not being condescending. If I'm getting your name wrong or anything like that, I'm going to call you Sam for the purpose of this video. But you don't have permission to drive around a Domino's truck. Simple as that. I don't care if you bought it at auction. I don't care if you fixed it up. I don't care if you put money into it. It's a trademark thing. And when I say it's a trademark thing, Domino's spent, it doesn't matter how much they spent, they own that logo. They own that logo and color combination. The pizza oven, I don't know. I don't know what their filings are as far as the pizza oven and whether or not that's like saying, I'm running around with Coke's secret recipe on how to make Coca-Cola. If it's trademarked, you can't use it. You can't have it. And I haven't really been paying attention to this. I hit the Jalopnik article, and just a bunch of people have been throwing it to my inbox, and I haven't really commented on it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you can't drive around in something that says Domino's unless you have permission. There is fair use. I can use the Domino's logo up here right now because I am talking about it in context with a legal issue or with a narrative situation, or I'm documenting journalistically. I am talking about Domino's and Sam. Those are the two things. I can use their logo in this situation. I can't go ahead and put their logo on my car. As much as people are used to it and they see like people putting Ferrari logos on stuff, a lot of these uses are trademark violations, and you're not allowed to do that. It's just too small for big companies to go after you. The problem, it's a double-edged sword on our platform, is that if it becomes something that's now popular, if people start paying attention to it, you know damn well the companies are going to be like, squash, that's not representative of our brand. And that's really what they're doing, is they're protecting their brand. That's why you're allowed to trademark something. They've built a corporation, they've built a company off of a brand, and you can't go out and manipulate that brand and benefit from that brand unless you have their permission. You could do it with their permission. If you got a signed off letter stating that you're allowed to do that, to put it in the context, imagine you went out and bought a cop car. You can't drive it around as a cop car. You have to strip all the stuff off of it. The light bar, you can leave the little thing on the little flashlight thing on the mirror. Push bars, whatever you want, but anything that would make it a cop car, and especially like a specific municipality's cop car or state's cop car or county's cop car, that's got to go. I mean, you can't run around with a Secret Service badge on the side of your car. That's just not how the world works. These are trademarked logos, and you can't do it. And I hope that's clear. And if that's not clear, I can't help you. But you have to take my word for it. As a business owner, as somebody who is also on YouTube, I'm on both sides here. You have to tread carefully. And now a lot of people point the finger at them for letting the car go to auction or get salvaged with their logos on it. At the end of the day, it's not your job, or it's not the company's job, to make sure somebody doesn't violate their trademark. It's your job, if you buy something, to blank it out. And you could see this, I don't know what the rationale is in certain shows, but when they blur logos on television shows, it's either because A, they're not getting paid for it, or B, they don't have permission to use that logo. And those are things you have to keep in mind. You can't just say, screw this, fair use, and fair use does not come into play unless it's in a journalistic capacity because journalists can go ahead and use whatever logos they want. They can use whatever snippets they want. They can use whatever movie clips they want because they are doing it in a reporting fashion. Driving around a car that you purchased that has somebody else's branding on it, you did not do that in a reporting fashion. You were doing that effectively as a gag, as a gift, or whatever it is, or just because you want to drive around with these logos. You're just not allowed to do that. And this boils down to a lot of people out there violating trademarks, but again, to the scale where nobody really cares, or it's done in a way that it doesn't bother the company and they're like, oh, that's great. But ultimately, if you don't have permission to do it, and you have to acknowledge that. You, especially us as creators, have to know what is fair use and what isn't fair use. And at the end of the day, it's not anyone else's responsibility to check it's their job to say, you're not allowed to do that. And when they say that, you can't say, I'm going to sue you, because you don't have standing. Whether everybody throws money behind it, whether, like, it doesn't make it right. And just because they're a bigger company and they have more money, I've got no issues with it. And again, this is good for Sam's channel. I mean, it's the drama. It's Dom's had it. I've had it. Everybody gets this, like, weird corporate battle back and forth, and everybody always wants to side with the little guy, but you have to see both sides. Read all these comments, boycott Domino's, but why are you going to boycott Domino's? I mean, if you're going to not eat Domino's, eat it because you don't like their pizza. Don't eat it, don't boycott Domino's because they're not letting somebody drive around in a truck. And I don't know what the purchase price is of the truck, what they offered, the counter offer. I don't care about any of that. If it was my company, I wouldn't give that guy more than what he paid for the truck and what he paid to repair it. That's it. That's fair. You're not out of pocket anything. You got your content, which they may even, who knows, make them take down. They may be within their right to do that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like, as long as I get my money back, it's not really Domino's problem that he bought the car. It's become their problem now because they've got this, like, minor PR issue. But again, they're not wrong. And people mistakenly think they're wrong. And that's where I felt it was necessary for me to have this conversation, that ultimately you can't use somebody's trademark. You can't use your trademark. If you have a trademark, if you have a brand, if you have a logo, you would be very angry, especially on a smaller scale, if somebody else went and violated that and used that and started driving around and doing whatever. If you had a flower company and somebody bought your old flower van, it was all torn up and they're banging in the stuff and it looked like crap, you don't want that driving around on the street. And even if they repaired it, it's not, it would be up to you to say, I'm okay with you doing that because you know what, I feel like I'm getting marketing or branding out of it. But you can very easily say no just the same. It's your right to do that, not their right to say, stop picking on me. So again, Sam, good luck with everything. Again, this is not, Sam, everybody go look at Sam's channel. He's got a Domino's pizza truck for a minute. And he has other videos on his channel, which you can go check out. But that's all I have to say about that. I just wanted to clarify and just make people understand we do have strength in numbers, but you have to be right. You can't just say strength in numbers because you're a big company and screw you, we're going to come charging at you for no reason. Yeah, that's all I got. See you later. Go have some pizza. I don't care where you get pizza from, but go eat pizza right after this video. This video was sponsored by Domino's.
That's what I was waiting for next. Yeah. It was just like 2 weeks later. This
video
was sponsored by Domino's.
Hey, Domino's, look me up.